Simu, what's up? Welcome to the stream.
Dude, it's so good to see you.
It's good to see you too. It's been a while. How you been?
You know, busy.
I can
A
imagine.
little
I can imagine.
I really wanted to see the previous talk. I'm so sorry. I must have missed Andy just barely, but he's my boy. I really wish what did you guys talk about?
We talked about all the fight sequences, all the training that went into it. All the hard training that you
Yeah.
did.
You say
Yeah,
anything about me? Say anything about this guy?
yeah. I think he said a little bit. Just that you were,
Lazy,
yeah,
unmotivated,
a few things.
difficult to
Sim,
work with on set.
first of all, on behalf of the entire Subtle Asian Trades, huge congratulations to you for everything. You're doing an incredible job, man, representing all of us, all the Asian community on the big screen as the first Marvel Asian superhero. How does that feel?
Dude, thank you so much. I think we talked about it while we were all on set together. It felt absolutely incredible, and
Mm,
it's such a huge, tremendous honor. Think about what this means to kids growing up today who,
definitely.
will be able to experience what we never experienced, which is to have a superhero on screen that reflects them, and really just shows them infinite possibility and hope and all of that, and not only in just the title hero, not only in my character, but in so many badass Asian and Asian American heroes and heroines that are featured in the movie. So it's really really incredible, man. Are you guys still locked? What's going on with you guys in Australia right now?
We're locked down, so I got a curfew now. I can't go out after 9 p.m. and between 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. So it's not
Man,
for
I'm
us.
so sorry. I remember, back when we finally got started shooting again
Yeah.
in July. I was like bragging to all my friends because I was like, "Yep, we got it all together. We're opening up again." And for those, I remember like playing basketball with you guys on the weekends and stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
a lot of fun memories.
I know the red carpet premiere just happened. I know you've had obviously an insane past couple of weeks. I can't imagine everything that's happened. But I gotta ask, do you have a favorite moment from the past couple of weeks?
Oh my God. There have been so many. I feel like I have so many like life benchmark moments that have been distilled into this one week. Like, obviously there's the world premiere, excuse me, the world premiere, was able to bring 30 of my friends from LA and from back home in Toronto. I was able to bring my parents, and just having them walk the carpet with me and experience all of that with me was, I think, an incredible feeling. Seeing the look on my parents' face as they turned onto Hollywood Boulevard and the entire boulevard was blocked off. It was all red carpet. There were hundreds of fans that had, some of whom had waited since like 7 in the morning that day.
Wow.
Just really, really incredible. So that was definitely one. And then I had the opportunity to go on Kimmel on
I saw
Thursday,
that.
which
I saw that.
great. Oh, thank you,
I
thank
love
you.
the entrance, by the way. That was groovy.
I went with, I thought instead of doing, because I thought I could do like a big, like pop in and lock in and
I
like
saw some of
legit,
that at Embassy, the little, you know,
it was Embassy. We had to
we had
bring
to,
our
we
A.
had to.
But I thought, it'd be fun to just kind of start with a slide and go goofy.
Mhm.
And I think always go goofy, man. Never underestimate the power of a laugh.
You've been obviously part of Subtle Asian Trades, our community, for a while now, and we checked. You actually joined 30th of December 2013. Sorry, 2013, 2018. So only about 2 months after we first started. So, in your opinion, what does Shang-Chi mean to you? What does it, part of the community mean to you?
I think it means being connected to people that felt alone and isolated growing
Mm,
up. I think that was, I can't tell you how much it would have meant to me to have had sat growing up and just somewhere to like talk about these cultural things, these like specificities that are so, they're universal to us, but maybe not to anybody else. And I definitely didn't. First of all, okay, to be fair, I didn't have social media at all growing up, period. Like I grew up just outside of the time of social media. So we
right.
just, kind of felt like I was different and I was isolated and walking
Sounds
around.
horrible. That sounds cold.
It was in many ways a simpler time too.
I can
No,
imagine.
but what I love about SAD is
Mhm.
really just that it just connects us and it connects our experiences and it shows us that we are more than just, Chinese American or
Mm.
Vietnamese Canadian or, excuse me, Korean Australian, that there's a diasporic Asian experience that's universal across those, geopolitical boundaries. And and that we're kind of strong together, that we
Mm.
can, speak on issues, that we can talk about what we're passionate about. We can have a highly detailed spreadsheet of every single boba that we've ever tried. I've definitely seen that, and so much more. So I just feel like anything where we're able to kind of solidify our cultural imprint is so important, because growing up, I just never really felt like we had a culture, and I think SAD is, for me, a very important part in that building process, and,
Mm.
and, you know, a part of, yeah, what it means to be a diasporic Asian today.
Amazing. And I mean, we love that you're part of the community and we can't wait for you to continue to engage with us. So, being part of Subtle Asian Traits, we've seen your journey, we've watched you grow, as an actor and now making it on the big screen. And your inspiration, obviously, to so many creatives out there in the group and outside of it. And as Asians, it's obviously always been difficult for us to flourish in this space. So I'd like to know what is maybe a piece of advice or something that you wanted to say to aspiring BIPOC actors.
I think it's learn to make who you are your superpower.
Hmm.
I think it's really easy to get down about the statistics of the industry, about what opportunity isn't available. And I'm not saying that all of that isn't true. It
Hmm.
very much is. And we very much, have to contend against it every single day. But, I think if you can create a piece of content for yourself where you're the only person who can play that, or people from your community can participate and can empower each other, that's something that is a strength, not a weakness. And one of the things that I realized first coming down to LA from Canada is that people here really treated their cultural identity as a superpower. And
Mm. Mm.
one of the first people I met was Phil Wang from Wong Fu
Won't feel, yeah.
Production. He's such an OG, and he even older than me, if you can even fathom that. But he's been in the game for so long, and just kind of really guided me in that direction of, like, he is somebody who never waited for a door to open for him. He
Mm.
never waited for someone to tell him when it was time to do something, or to give him permission. I think he just went and he did it,
For
and
sure.
there's something so incredible about that. I tried to follow in that footstep, and embody that in everything that I do. And of course, been tremendously lucky in my career. Got cast in Kim's Convenience, got cast in, Shang-Chi. But even if I weren't cast in those things, I think I'd still be working hard every day and trying to generate those opportunities for myself.
100%. That's very empowering, and it's obviously worked out very well for you. So, I've got a couple questions from the community. I've got
Yeah.
Leanne Ewan asks, what message or takeaway do you hope people will get from the movie?
That's interesting. I think the takeaway that I want people to get from the movie is that it's okay to be flawed,
Hmm.
and it's okay to be uncertain, and it's okay to be vulnerable. And that superheroism doesn't come from this, like, godlike ability from birth. It doesn't come from being the tallest or the most handsome or the best at martial arts or the strongest. It comes from ordinary people making the decision to do extraordinary things.
Definitely.
And that's what I love about Marvel. It's what I love about the company, and their approach to all of their heroes is that, it's really anybody at any point can be a hero and can take that step. And I truly, truly believe it. I mean, I kind of dedicated the better part of my career to advocacy as well, and
Mm.
activism. And I
Mm.
want to make sure that everyone I come in contact with knows what I'm all about, in terms of, not just representation, but also making sure that everybody feels, confident and proud of where they came from, of their heritage, and is, motivated and confident to pursue and to, live life on their terms.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you, Simu. So we're both members of Subtle Asian Traits, so you have to know that this question is coming either from myself or the audience. But what is
Yeah.
your go-to boba order?
All right. Depends on what part of the world that you're in. Okay. If you're talking Australia, I gotta go with a machi machi.
Okay.
Really love the avocado boba. Really love the creme brulee. You know, the lineups outside, man. You know, I remember coming off the streetcar, I'd be right there on George Street and kind of hopping into that lineup and waiting my turn to get that panna cotta boba is one of my fondest memories of Sydney. And then in the States, if it's in LA, I love boba guys. I gotta give mad props to boba guys and the strawberry matcha latte. If you haven't tried it yet, Matt, you gotta. It's delicious. And yeah, I gotta shout out my boy Phil and Bopa Mofo. I think his tea is delicious as well. And let me think. In Canada, the alley in Canada is really, really good. I know there's alley all over the world,
Yeah,
but I gotta say there's something special about
Canada
the Canadian
specifically. Yeah. Wow.
taste. Yeah.
You're like a boba connoisseur. You've just tried globally all different
I know.
types.
Here's the thing. I don't drink alcohol, right? So
Yeah,
I feel like boba is that wine for me. You know, just obviously a much less sophisticated taste palette, but I definitely do feel myself going, interesting. Very interesting. I'm trying to decipher the flavors and everything.
definitely. I do have a boba here, so I'll cheers to you.
Oh
Uh,
man. Oh gee, you didn't send me one. Well, you know what?
I will.
I got my next favorite thing, which is a Diet Coke. So I'll
Okay.
cheers to that.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. Congratulations. Mm. What do you have in common with your character Shang-Chi? Besides being a badass, is what it says here. But
Oh
yes.
wow, wow, that's cute. Not a lot. I would say Shang-Chi is pretty. He kicks pretty good. He punches pretty good. He's
Uh-huh.
pretty fearsome fighter. Simu once almost broke his neck backflipping in his backyard. So that's you know Simu's tripped on a sidewalk on nothing, his own feet. You know, I don't think Shang-Chi has done that too often. I will say, you know, I think we're very similar in the way that we have struggled with our relationship to our parents. I would say we're very similar in the way that we've internalized those things and maybe kind of spent some of our lives running away from those things. And I think we're similar in that we can be very introspective and thoughtful and in our head about certain things. Maybe Shang-Chi more than me. But no, definitely a lot of similarities there, and I think very similar in the emphasis and the priority that we put on friendships and how much we invest in them, because they mean a lot to me. They mean everything to me, and yeah, Sean and Katie are an inseparable duo in the movie.
Amazing.
So
Who is your
Thor,
favorite Avenger?
I gotta go Thor because
Okay.
I love Thor Ragnarok. I think it's
It
my
was great.
absolute favorite movie in the
Mhm.
MCU. I think Taika's just such an incredible filmmaker. He's got such a great voice, and Chris Hemsworth really got to shine in Ragnarok and really got to flex his comedic chops. I'm gonna go Thor.
I love Thor as well. I love Ragnarok. Yeah, definitely one of my favorite movies. So, look, I know
Oh,
you're at another premiere right now. The Gold Open, so I'll let you go. Thank you so much for taking out the time,
okay,
man.
hang on a second, Matt. I need to
Okay,
make one thing very clear.
okay,
All
okay,
right. So for
okay.
those of you who are tuning in who don't know, Matt was an extra and a special skills extra on our
Special
movie,
skills.
right? He was on set many days with us. We played basketball together and all that. And I literally in the movie, in the trailers, I can see his face very, very clearly. So he is in our movie. Job well done to you, Matt, and I can't wait for you guys to watch the
I
movie.
can't wait to. Thank you, Simu. I really appreciate that. Best of luck with everything. We'll be cheering you on from Subtle Asian Traits, and I'm sure we'll see you more in the group. Appreciate that, man.
Thank you, my man. All right,
Cheers.
guys.
Take care. Bye bye.
Got me upset.